Our next film is The Cake Eaters, starring Kristen Stewart and Aaron Stanford. Directed by Mary Stuart Masterson, the movie is set in rural, small-town America and centers on the connecting storylines between the generations of two families. In her most impressive work to date, next to Into the Wild, Stewart plays 15-year-old Georgia, who is suffering from a crippling disease and wants to experience sex for the first time before it's too late.
I have a date tonight.
No, absolutely not. He's too old for you. He's a teacher at your school.
He actually just works in the lunchroom. I'm going. Let me.
Beagle, played by Stanford, has spent much of his life caring for his dying mother, played by Oscar nominee Melissa Leo. Because Georgia is sick and Beagle is older and works at her school, they have to sneak around and hide their relationship from their respective families. Ironically, it's Beagle's father, Easy, played by Bruce Dern, who's having an affair of his own with Georgia's eccentric, cigarette-smoking grandmother.
Did you notice anything funny about the way your son was looking at my Georgia today?
Beagle? No, ma'am. That's just Beagle. He's got absolutely no game in that area, trust me.
The film establishes the intricate character dynamics with a guiding hand, not a forceful one, which I appreciate, although not all of the relationships on screen are fully fleshed out. The camera work is a little flat and the lighting dark, not in tone or style, just not lit or shot particularly well. Despite those technical issues, and because of Kristen Stewart's standout performance, I think you should rent The Cake Eaters, which is in limited theatrical release right now, and it's also coming out on DVD this Tuesday.
You mentioned the director, first-time director, Mary Stuart Masterson, Ben, much better known as an actress, Some Kind of Wonderful, late 80s, early 90s, Fried Green Tomatoes. I think she does a credible job here, in particular, letting her actors breathe, letting them be actors. She's clearly going to be an actor's director. In particular, Kristen Stewart from Twilight, everybody knows her best as. She made this movie a couple of years ago, and this is, I think, an impressive performance. I think there is a future in directing for Mary Stuart Masterson.
Standout performances, interesting character dynamics, but overall kind of a flat film that really doesn't have you too emotionally invested. You do watch the performances, and you do appreciate what Kristen Stewart is doing here, and Aaron Stanford, who people know from the X-Men movies, but overall the film suffers because Mary Stuart Masterson is not a director by trade. I appreciate her giving her actors room to breathe, but the film feels a little short because of that.
Well, I thought it really picked up in the final 30 minutes. I agree with you. For about an hour, I thought, why is this movie significant? I don't hate it, certainly, but why is it significant? Then at the end, it started to come together a little bit, mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, and I thought, you know what, I like it better now. Overall, I'm going to agree with you that in the end, The Cake Eaters worth renting.